You know, the weather should be good enough to see some stars on Saturday night. Skye and Stars takes place from 7 to 10 p.m. Saturday at Skye Canyon Park. I'm here with Greg McKay of the Las Vegas Astronomical Society and Desiree Van Leer from Olympia Companies, who built Skye Canyon. Guys, let's talk about this event. This is not the first time that we've had the Skye and the Stars.
This is actually our third annual. It's taking place this Saturday at Skye Canyon Park, and we're proud to be teaming up with the Las Vegas Astronomical Society for the third time at this event.
And Desiree, you guys up at Skye Canyon have basically given the Las Vegas Astronomical Society a really good place to have a really good event. Greg, what are the benefits of being sort of on the edge of the valley and not closer to the Strip?
Well, the biggest part about Skye Canyon is it's just such a perfect location as far as the soccer field that we set up on. It's wide open. We have 360-degree panoramic views, and it's going to be really good for Saturday night because we're going to be able to see Venus setting in the west, and we'll see Jupiter rising in the east all at the same time, and then we'll have the moon to look at. Jupiter, you know, is the big showstopper. So
did you take that picture of Jupiter?
That is a photograph from my telescope.
Really?
The telescope, not the telescope that we have setting here in the studio, but the telescope that I'll have out on the site Saturday night.
Well, tell us about this one here in the studio, and then maybe about some of the more powerful telescopes that you guys will have there on Saturday night.
Yeah. Well, this telescope here is the telescope that we recommend for amateurs or someone that wants their first telescope.
Okay.
Because they come out to an event like Skye Canyon and they see our telescopes, and some of us have telescopes that are $3,000 to $5,000 or whatever. Yeah, they're not cheap, right? But you know, and so they kind of get a little disappointed. But I tell them, you only have to spend $200. This telescope is $200. You can see the rings of Saturn. You can see the moons of Jupiter.
That's pretty impressive.
It's a fantastic little package, and it takes about 30 seconds to set up.
Wow. Well, it's especially helpful when you've got the fine folks from the LVAS to sort of point you in the right direction, because Desiree, you've probably been to the event the last couple of years. Are you an astronomy buff in your spare time when you're not at Skye Canyon?
Yeah, of course. You know, these guys have definitely inspired me, but it's always a good time having them out. We're actually going to have 15 telescopes at this event, which is our largest yet. So, and they're all the volunteers are very knowledgeable. And really help our guests learn what they're looking at. And it's really just a cool environment.
Now, you had me at telescopes, but I think you had Dana at food trucks. It's also kind of a family-friendly event, right? What else is happening up there?
So at 7 o'clock, we're actually starting picnic and music, so everyone can kind of get set up and get comfortable, bring their lounge chairs. And then our food trucks arrive at 7 too, so we have 3 on site, and then Skye Bistro serving snacks and Starbucks coffee. So we have that, and then the telescopes go live around sunset at 8, and then everybody can enjoy the event through 10 o'clock.
All right, well, that sounds pretty fantastic. And just to be clear, Skye Canyon up on the northwest side of the valley. I know I've driven by it when I'm on my way up to like Lee Canyon, but if folks haven't made it up to that part of town, where exactly are we talking about?
We're off of US 95 and Skye Canyon Park Drive in the northwest part of town, and the event is actually at our showpiece, which is Skye Canyon Park. So it's really in the middle of the community, and it's just a great venue. So.
And weather permitting, no pressure, but you have had a really big turnout in the past. This is the third year. What are you expecting?
Last year we had about 1,000. We're expecting a little bit more this year, just because it keeps growing every year with LVAS and our promotion of the event and just word of mouth. We're expecting a couple thousand to come out and join us, so it should be a good time.
Well, we have like 10 extra seconds, so I'm going to selfishly ask Greg. Greg, we live in the middle of the Mojave Desert. Obviously, we've got all the lights of the Strip. How far out from the center of town do you have to go before the visibility just increases tenfold? Not very far, right?
Not very far. 20, 30 minutes outside, you know, 20, 30-minute drive. I usually go south because most of the time I'm viewing objects to the south, so you want to get, you know, south of the, of the light pollution from the city.
Very interesting. Well, if this is something that you're into, you can learn more. Head up to the Skye and Stars at Skye Canyon Park event Saturday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Dana will be there for the food trucks. I'll be there for the telescope. Should be a lot of fun. We'll be back with 13 Action News live at midday after this.